I just want to remind you that timestamps are now available in the video description, so you can jump around the video however you like. And also, if you have a video request or you just want to talk to me, there's a link in the description that you can use to reach out to me or submit your request. And now let's begin.
Men have been steadily dropping out of the workforce, especially men aged 25 to 54, who are often considered to be in their prime working years. As of August 2024, 13.7% of prime-age men were not working.
So these men have completely changed up the game. Men are now in their soft guy era, drizzle ladies, and they're not putting up with any BS anymore. Guys, watching this video to fully understand the implications of men walking away from society, as more women and just society in general are panicking as men are choosing video games over jobs. And now let's just go ahead and jump right into the video.
The founder of the soft guy era was Scarface Mark. He motivated men from all around the world to join the soft guy era. However, the history of the soft guy era can be dated back to Jonathan Owens. When he met his beautiful wife, Olympian Simone Biles, he forced Simone Biles to make the first move on a dating site. On a global podcast, he announced to the world that he was the catch. He made this announcement directly in front of his wife, Simone. I can't say that she denied it. For their wedding, Simone bought their matching wedding bands. She was the one that paid for their lavish wedding. Soft guys flip the script and make women pay all the bills. They pay all the bills. They take out the trash and give their men bags of money to splurge on shopping sprees. 2024 is the beginning of the soft guy era thanks to Scarface Mark. Him and Jonathan Owens have changed the rules of the dating game. Drizzle.
You see, women are actually quite powerless in the dating world when it comes to just dating in general. The moment that men realize their power, women have very little power in the relationship. The reason why is because the man is the prize. The man brings his value with him. And when men realize this and men say, well, listen, we're not going to settle for leftovers anymore. Women have their own money. We live in 2024, not 1924. So, I'm a good looking man. I work out. I have value. Oh, you don't want me? That's fine. Oh, you do want me? Well, you need to show me that you want me. What are you going to do for me? You see, women want to be in the adorer's role and are correct. Yeah, they want to be the adorers and they actually want the man to be the adoree. What they fear, however, is because they've been living the good life for so long, and they can basically have pretty much high value men swooning after a girl who's a 3, 4, or a 5. They have forgotten how to be humble. They can no longer compete for men. The average woman in Western society cannot compete for men. They look at the women overseas and they're like, these women are beautiful. These women are educated. These women are capable. They can cook. They can clean. They can give men what they want. They understand men better than women in Western society do because all they do is spend their time tearing down men. So they can't compete with these women. So of course they're going to spend all of their time tearing down these women and tearing down these men. What Simone Biles' husband did is that he flipped the script. And now that's what more and more men are going to be doing. I'm the prize. She was lucky to get me. That's what dudes are out here saying.
Talking about. You guys are already living this soft guy era. What do you guys want? What do you guys want from women? I want to know, because it's like you guys want more. You guys do.
What do I want? Like, what do we want? I want somebody, when they finna come talk to me, they should know that they should come bring me a pair of retro Jordans. I want someone who should know they should be paying 100% of the bill. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you even dating if you're not ready to pay 100%? It don't even make sense. Go get your broke ass in the field. Anywho, like, let me tell you this one story. This girl wanted to talk to me, so she said, let me buy you lunch. I said, okay, go ahead. She said she's gonna send me money. I'm like, all right, give her my cash app. She sent me the money, and I'm expecting to go look at my cash app, seem like maybe a good $100. But I go to my cash app and I see $30. $30? 30? What am I gonna do with $30? Like, I spend more than $30 on myself on a regular. my meals probably come up to like maybe $200, and she's sending me $30. What $30 gonna do? I eat gourmet shit. I eat 5-course meals and shit. $30 not even gonna fill up my gas tank. $30. And I think that yeah, we're living a soft guy life. Like, I can't even rest in my masculinity. $30?
You see, soft guy era has women triggered as hell. They're seeing soft guy era. They don't know how to respond to it. You see, what started out as a joke has become a full blown movement. These men are not messing around. These men are very, very serious. They are really in their era. They're not tolerating shit anymore. Women have pushed things to the point, and they have given men enough ammunition and taught men more than enough to understand what they should be doing, what they should be demanding, what they should be settling for. If she wanted to, she would. Where did men get that from? Men are taking the exact same language that women used and turning it back on them. All right? Men have learned their lexicon because this is what every man hears. Women repeat the same thing over and over and over again. Okay? They go around and saying that, oh, this guy gives me the icks. Well, guess, because that's another way to shame, humiliate, and degrade a man. So what happens when a man starts doing the same thing like, broke girls give me the ick, give me the icks? It immediately sets women off like, what? You're saying that I give you the icks? No, you give me the icks. No, sweetie, you give me the icks. You're broke. You don't have it. You're walking around in a $10 Walmart dress, all right? Like, did you even wash today? Like, when men start saying things like this, when men start calling these women out, women have no way of fighting back. Some of them might be, mildly entertained, but a lot of them are frightened because men are realizing their power. Women are like, oh, we have all the power. You know, we have guys. They have privileges that can be taken away instantly. They live in glass houses. This government cannot provide for or subsidize all of these women. What has happened in China right now? They raised the retirement age. They raised the retirement age for women in white collar jobs all the way up from 50 to damn near 60. China is broke. Guys, they're going to raise the retirement age in the United States too. Gen X women, many of them will never ever collect Social Security, and they damn well know it. They damn well know it.
I don't know what's going on or if anybody else could relate, but this generation of men want to be chased so badly. And I'm not about to do it, princess. I swear to you, they're looking for like good morning texts. They want flowers sent to their job. They want date nights planned. Like the last couple of guys that I've been speaking to or spoke to, they wanted me to chase them. And I promise you, you got the wrong one. These guys are in their soft girl era. What is going on?
Women don't understand that these dudes are not playing around. She's like, oh, these men want to be chased so bad. Well, listen, if you're not chasing, then I'm just going to be replacing. In other words, I don't need you, you need me. I don't chase, I replace. That's how it is with men right now. And coming to social media and putting up these videos showing that you care so much while trying to humiliate and shame men, what women don't understand is that that's what drove men to soft guy era in the first place. All they're doing is letting men know that they're doing the right fucking thing, that they're going down the right fucking road by engaging in soft guy era, because they're only pushing them further to soft guy era. Women and their attitudes and the videos that they make, like this one that are trying to humiliate men, call it soft girl era. Guess what's happening? You know, you're like, oh, this is not soft guy era. This is soft girl era. All right, because you don't want to be men anymore. You don't want to be manly men anymore. This is the reason. This is how we ended up getting to soft guy era, trying to take advantage of us, trying to humiliate us. All they're doing is telling men, you are absolutely right, king. All right, drizzle, drizzle.
So I'm texting this girl and she keep asking, what you doing? What you doing? I'm like, man, I'm at the mall. I'm about to get me some cologne and shit. She was like, oh, okay. And what you gonna be doing after that? I had to go ahead and block her, bruh. Because what you're not gonna do is you're not finna keep asking me what you doing. And then when I tell you what I'm doing and I say I'm about to buy me some cologne, you don't send me half the money. That's unacceptable. That's just low effort. And I don't care that I didn't ask you for the money. You should just know. You should read my mind. You should understand that if I'm buying me something, why aren't you chipping in? Why aren't you pitching in to help me get whatever it is that I'm trying to buy? You're not. You're worthless right now. You see what I'm saying? And I really don't feel bad about it, because why are you in my life? Why are you here? And then this really your third day in a row texting me, asking me what I'm doing. I tell you what I'm doing. You don't make the efforts to make plans. You don't make the efforts to try to see me. I got to get you out of here. Because honestly, I do everything by myself anyway. So if you're not adding to my life immediately when we first meet, it's like, why are you here? I got to get you gone. I'm in my soft guy era, and I won't accept nothing less.
People think this shit is a joke. This shit is not a joke anymore. Men are raising their standards. Men are realizing that, you know what? Being physically intimate with a woman is not all that. How many times have how many times have you got a nut off? And how wonderful is it really? Because there's some dudes who are addicts, 100% addicts, and it will literally destroy society, destroy the world for a nut. But here's the thing: after you get that nut off, how do you feel? A lot of times you feel like this was not even worth it. Think about all the money you've spent and everything you've lost just for that nut. When you could have went and hired a professional who would at least pretend that they cared about you and at least try to ensure that you had a good time. Because the average woman does not give a shit. Women have done this to themselves, and men are waking up and saying, yeah, not me, not me, not me. If you want me, you need to pay for it. You need to invest in it. You need to put something in there. You have your own money, so it's time to start spending it on me.
Men are becoming way more
Sassy.
How? And way more like they
How?
Because girls are fighting for like equality.
You
like,
said you're independent.
I think they're the prize.
We
Like,
are.
Nobody's chasing you.
You are.
Nobody's.
You are. I'm not gonna lie. All I heard was, I'm broke. I'm broke. I'm broke. It'd be the same girl saying, I don't need a man. I don't need shit from a man. I'm an independent mommy. Like, what do I need a man for? Okay. Move in alignment with that. Why do you keep fucking talking? Right? Now that I'm in my soft guy era, I'm starting to realize you guys actually do need us. We actually are the prize. You guys beg us, when are you going to take me serious? Never. How about that? Never. I'm never taking you serious because you're not paying for anything. You're just broke as shit, and then you want me to take you serious and date you. No. Pick up a bill. Once you pick up a bill, now we can start to talk. Women start complaining, oh, these men don't want commitment. I wonder why, because you're broke. Why would I want to be committed to a broke bitch? What the fuck is that? Some of y'all women are actually super disturbing. How can your whole outfit be from Shein or Fashion Nova and you're asking me for a Chanel bag? Right? You should figure out how you can see if you can work at FedEx to get your fucking money up.
I'm telling y'all, some dude just left a comment on one of my videos, and he goes, some of your advice is good, some of your advice is bull, but I don't call anyone Sama other than God, right? And, me commenting and responding to you is my sign of respect. Me speaking to you is my sign of respect. So I just blocked his ass just like that, all right? Because I'm in my era, and I'm not putting up with any bullshit anymore. From men or women. From women or men. All right? Drizzle. That's what soft guy era really is about. All right? It's about men finding their voice again. It's about men walking away from the things that are not working for them. All right? And choosing from their best options. It's MWA, men with alternatives. And these men are not fucking around. This guy is not playing around. Okay? We're going out here running around with these broke girls, making these demands of us, pulling out their cameras, putting us on social media as soon as we don't pay their bills. Like, guys, that's fucking harassment. That is motherfucking harassment. Okay? A lot of these women, they should be in prison for what they're doing. Okay? If men did these things, the cops would be visiting them for harassment, cyber harassment. Like, this is revenge. Just like how we had revenge corn years ago, and there were dudes who were ending up in jail for posting revenge corn, and there are like states now where you can you can be sued, you can go to prison for revenge corn, right? Posting revenge content of, someone you're in a relationship with. This is revenge content. All right, they pull out their phone and they post this shit on social media because they want to destroy a man's social standing. And men are not tolerating this shit anymore.
It's so funny to see men talking about soft boy area, whatever. We don't want to provide anymore. We don't want to pay the bills anymore. Finally, because I always wanted that type of control. I always wanted that control. And trust me, if that happens, I'm going to come with requirements. If I'm going to pay all the bills, you must not cheat. Like, you must stay faithful, because even one flirty, one text message, you're getting kicked out. You're going to become homeless. You're going back to your mother house. Yes, that's it. You must do every single thing I say, every single ass stuff I say. Every work, every type of labor in the house is going to be fall on you. And don't even say no, because you're going to get kicked out and you ain't paying no bills. The house is mine. So girls, y'all shouldn't complain, because this is amazing, because we now have the control. We can choose what man we want, when they stay, when they leave, when they go, what they do.
What's actually hilarious is the amount of women that are outraged by this soft guy era, because basically these men are flipping the roles on them and they realize how ridiculous and unrealistic it sounds when a man says it, but then when they say it, it's not ridiculous. Like, some women have even gone as far as to call these men gay and act really homophobic towards them for simply asking for what they're asking for. And what I get from it, even if it is a joke, jokes aside, it's about reciprocation, and it's showing how many women expect it automatically because their inflated egos are telling them that they deserve it no matter what, without any reciprocation. And I don't know about you guys, but any relationship that you're in deserves appreciation, reciprocation, and I think a lot of you guys need to go back to kindergarten, where we learn to treat others how you want to be treated. Because if you don't want to be used, then don't use people. If you don't want to be looked at as a paycheck, don't be a gold digger. If you want respect, you have to give respect. If you want someone to be compassionate and considerate, you have to be compassionate and considerate. And yes, this absolutely goes both ways. So the fact that so many women are showing the fact that they'll never reciprocate the same energy, this explains why so many men are out here, just match my energy and I'll match yours. And the problem is, it's not happening. It's the same way that so many women will come online and bash men and talk shit about men and talk about their first dates being awful. But the moment that my platform or other women like me call out toxic behaviors, it's a problem. So y'all can talk shit about men and their toxic behaviors, but when women call you out on your own toxic behaviors, it's different. Anyways, drizzle, kings. Okay, bye.
And another thing is, men have to be careful with these infiltrators, because this same lady right here was then putting out videos giving men advice and talking about, what men should be doing and stuff like listen to me, and giving men bad advice about women. At the end of the day, a woman does not respect a man solely because of his status or any of this stuff. A woman respects men that they are afraid of. Not to say that she should be afraid to the point where this guy is like a danger to her, but women respect men that can stand up to not just the world, but can also stand up to her. Okay? And this whole thing about being a security blanket and is a load of absolute bullshit. Because Chad and Tyrone aren't doing that stuff for her. Chad and Tyrone are not holding her and caressing her. Chad and Tyrone are not making her feel safe. And yet these are the men that she loves. These are the men that she wants to be with. So stop trying to be that guy, all right? You don't have to be her safety and her emotional blanket, okay? Really, you should just be the dude that is letting her know what's up. If she wants you, she needs to add value to your life. So be very careful with a lot of these women who are making these videos and trying to act like they know about soft guy era and they're on our side. You have so many women right now who are putting out content, corn. All right, you have OnlyFools models who are making soft guy era videos and then directing men watching those videos over to their OnlyFools page. These are infiltrators. Be very, very careful of these people.
If you don't know what the soft guy era is, or you just simply hate the soft guy era, this video is for you. Shout out to my fellow Mark Pollard, for dropping a slideshow on Instagram explaining what this is. So if you didn't know, me and my brother Goody started the soft guy era a few weeks ago, and it's going viral. We have been wreaking havoc on the internet, and so have the rest of y'all. We love the support. Keep dropping y'all videos. Let's keep making them mad. So now we're going into detail on what this is. The idea. Men in their soft guy era want to find high value women who can take care of them in ridiculous ways. Yes, we do. They want us to have money. I want my woman to have money as well. It's only right. Drizzle, drizzle. The soft guy era is a response to the soft girl era of 2023. It mocks videos in which women demand ridiculous things from men. It twists a mnemonic device from YouTuber Letitia Puday, aka the Sprinkle Sprinkle Lady. It's a supervision of alpha male content. And then here's the kicker, and this is what they don't like. The 4 points. Women say they want equality, but then some demand the most unequal situations from men. And this includes men paying all the bills, but the woman is making money as well, but she doesn't want to come out of pocket because she's a woman, right? Doesn't make sense. That doesn't sound equal to me. Now we're going to go down to insight. If men acted like this, they'd be laughed out the room. See, now when women are hearing these things, they're like, oh, this is ridiculous. No way. You want a mom. You want a parent. You want a man. No, we just want what you guys want from us in return. Now on to the advantage. Men believe they bring a lot to the table, so maybe they are now the table. See, a lot of men don't realize they are the table. If a man is paying all the bills, sir, you are the table. You're providing for a woman and your children. You are the table. But a lot of men don't realize who they are. So they really don't know they've been manipulated into living old-fashioned ways. That shit is over and it's dead. These women get money now. It's time to spend that money now and contribute and work as a team. Eve was made to be a helpmate to Adam. Let's not play. Now the strategy. Show how outrageous it is when men demand to be provided for in the same equality. We all know being a provider in 2024 is a scam, so we don't care. So we're not doing that anymore. We know that's old fashioned. These women got money. These women are working, so they need to contribute. We want a helpmate.
I told you very clearly that these men are not messing around. These men are getting analytical. These men are pulling out graphs. These men are making it very clear that men don't care anymore. In 2024, this is where men walk away. I told you when the manosphere started off, there was a bunch of men coming together talking about interest, general interest that men have, but also what was happening in society, relationships, and how do we deal with what women are doing to men. And we were we started off in the problem phase. We have a problem. How do we solve this? So they defined the problem, and then we started tossing out ideas and seeing what would work. Then we got to the solution phase. We ended up with MGTOW, which was basically men choosing to opt out of relationships and society. And it's highly effective. It was so effective that it's now banned across many platforms, even on Reddit. Okay? Then now we have MWA, men walking away. And you have a variety of different guys doing MWA. MWA is not men choosing not to have relationships with women. Okay? Some MWAs are MGTOWs also, but not all MWAs are MGTOWs. MWA is men with alternatives. All right? Men walking away are men with alternatives. Or another way of looking at it, men with options. Some men decide to opt out entirely of relationships and dating and become MGTOW, so they opt out of relationships and society. Other men choose to become passport kings and go overseas to find someone that they're compatible with, or just to go overseas to, live a happier life outside of a society, that hates them. And then you have guys who are going into their soft guy era, drizzle, and they don't give a shit anymore. And they're basically like, if a woman wants me, she's going to have to add value to my life. And they're taking everything that women have said to men over the last couple of decades and letting women know how it's going to be. And letting women know that, this is pretty much it for them. Like, men are not going to tolerate anymore. And if they want a relationship, they're going to have to bring value. They're going to have to add value to the man's life.
Ladies, it's a women's world and men are just living in it. Why are they playing Cheetah Girls at the bar? Cheetah Girls. When I showed up to this bar, why was the bartender singing I'm a Slave for You by Britney Spears? Didn't know that I was listening. I heard I'm a slave. I was like, oh, get it, Roger. And Shakira started playing. Why were the guys at the bar singing to Shakira? Like I said, it's a women's world and men are just living in it.
You see, guys, women are pissed off now. All the things that women enjoy, nice drinks, getting their nails done, taking care of them, self-care, a lot of things that men used to overlook. Men are enjoying these things now. Men are going and getting their nails done at the salon, getting their toenails done, getting their fingernails done, getting everything done. Men are taking care of themselves. Men are pampering themselves. Men are going out with the boys if they have friends. They're enjoying the kinds of drinks that they want to have. Why should girls have to have all the fruity drinks, while guys have to drink hard liquor? No, these guys, listen to me. Dudes like fruit punch too. Okay? Dudes like a Long Island iced tea too. I'm just being honest. Men don't give a fuck. Men are in their era. They don't give a fuck what women think. All right? Oh, women are like, oh, this is girl music. We grew up listening to this music. Why can't we enjoy Rihanna? This is not girl music. Like, for example, if you're listening to music by Chris Brown, we don't say, oh, this is boy music. If you listen to Kendrick Lamar, we don't say this is boy music. So why are you like, this is girl music? That just shows a woman's hand. The kinds of men that they're looking for. They are looking for guys who are faking this machoism. These guys who are listening to hardcore gangster rap. Okay? Like, seriously, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Like, you don't even want us to be normal, and now you're pissed off when we're just out here enjoying ourselves and living our best lives. Like, how disrespectful is it that you're attacking us for enjoying a female singer? You're telling us what kind of music we're allowed to enjoy as a men? So this is a woman singing a song, and it's catchy. So because we like her song, that makes us soft, that makes us effeminate. Because we enjoy a drink, we like a drink that girls typically drink, that makes us weak. We're supposed to be drinking beer and hard liquor, and that's it. This is the reason why men are done. Men are out there enjoying their lives. They don't care what women think anymore. And then women go ahead and they put up these videos online trying to shame men because men don't give a damn what women think anymore because men are enjoying themselves.
The soft guy era. Have you seen this? If you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's okay. I'm about to fill you in. From my understanding, this movement is a collective of good dudes who are fed up with being good dudes to scamming ass women. So now they are publicly committing to no longer being willing to be in a relationship with a woman who brings nothing to the table. I'm just saying I've been in that boat, so I feel like I have a place to stand here. Hello, I'm Macy Nicole, host of Toxic Talk. I usually look out for the girlies, but today I'm looking out for the soft guys. I've been telling the girlies about Public Data Check for 2 years. Now, from my own personal experience, the reason I started using Public Data Check to get background reports of people that I was dating is because I ended up in a relationship with a convicted stalker, and had I known that before I got into a relationship with him, I never would have dated him in the first place. I feel like the stalking and the scamming goes hand in hand. My advice has always been do a background check on somebody. It is not weird to know everything about the person before you go on the date. It's not weird. It's safe. If you're serious about this soft guy era thing, then that means you're taking your personal safety seriously. You want to be sure you're getting into a secure relationship before you get into it so that you don't end up 3 months from now wondering how the heck you ended up in a relationship with little Sally who keeps somehow memorizing your credit card number. Public Data Check. There's a link in my bio. Anonymous background reports. Full spectrum. You need to use it. Keep yourself safe. Oh, and drizzle.
Now, how much do you want to bet that that's an affiliate link? Imagine if every man started doing a public background check on every woman that they began dating. Women would go absolutely insane. They would say that these men are insecure. They would say that these men are stalking them. No, it's not like they're not even interested in these men like that at all. These men are basically using this information for poor means. They're not actually trying to find out if these women are decent or not or safe. They're just trying to use this information to harass women, and women need to have their information protected from these stalkery and predatory men, even though women themselves are out here doing this type of shit. Guys, this is why men are completely opting out of relationships. And now you have this woman who's usually posting videos telling women to, be very careful with these men, acting like she's supporting men. No, bro. Where every girl you go on a date with, you need to run a background check on. That's too stressful. No one in their right fucking mind. Guys, that's why I said that, like, this whole dating relationship thing with women right now, are we dating the same guy where women are basically cyber stalking men and then posting information about dudes they simply had even conversations over text with and destroying their lives and their reputations? And there are millions of women on this thing, like 30 million women using this shit in the United States, in multiple states across the US. Get the fuck out of here. This is one of the reasons why men are done. and men are basically letting women know, like women take advantage of men. They take advantage of men in so many different ways. Now men are like, well, listen, you're gonna do things for me, okay? Like kitty is not enough. Kitty is like, if you take good care of me, if you treat me well, then maybe, just maybe, I'll pet the kitty. But you're gonna have to earn me before we even get to that stage. And these dudes are serious. Because Kitty is really nothing. Kitty is really nothing. It is nothing special. Every married dude is like pissed off and saying that it was not worth it. It absolutely was not worth it. They basically have a roommate at this point, and they regret getting married.
New cut.
That's that soft guy cut.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
I just got $100 haircut. Do I look like a McDonald's nigga?
Bitch, do you hate him?
I don't even know my name no more. They keep calling me handsome.
Well, hand some of that dick over.
Huh?
What? I just got $100 haircut. Do I look like a horny nigga?
I just got $100 haircut. And my biggest question is, did you give me $1,000 to get my $100 haircut? No. You know, all these antics that some of y'all women be playing is, when I get $100 haircut, did you give me $1,000 to get my $100 haircut? Now that I got my $100 haircut, you're out here talking about, oh yeah, let's get ready to go to McDonald's. Bitch, McDonald's? What's that? Do you hate me? How do you say that you love me, but the best thing you can offer is a 10-piece and a large fry? It doesn't make sense. Like, make it add up. Now that I got $100 haircut, you're telling me, oh yeah, come give me this dick. Why are you even approaching me like that? Does anything that I give sneaky link, give hoe? You better approach me correctly. I'm in my soft guy era, and shout out to that guy because he's in his soft guy era too, and he stood his ground. Like, who do you think I am?
As a man who's embracing their soft guy era, please understand, when I express that I'm hungry, you better guess what I want to eat on the first try, and I'm not going to give you a hint because you should just know those things. As a woman, how do you not know what your man wants to eat? That's like the basics right there. You understand what I'm coming from? Because you should just be able to read my mind and understand that your man is hungry, so make sure he eats, but please make sure you guess the right place. And please understand, if you start guessing a whole bunch of places because you're trying to read my mind and you keep getting them wrong, I'm gonna get more and more irritated with you because I'm already hangry and I can't control my emotions. And you should understand that, because you should know when I get hangry, I can't control my emotions as an adult, and you can't side-eye me and or judge me for that, because I'm a person and I have feelings and emotions. It doesn't matter if I'm an adult. You're my significant other and you should love me for how I am. So if I get hungry and you don't know what I want to eat, do you really like me?
I can understand for a woman because we were made to look after you. But I don't understand a young man who doesn't want to work. We have some men who don't like to work. You sit in the room, you put on television and watch Netflix while this little woman goes to work. For you, I have a sermon, a whole sermon. I'll bring it one day, and I'll call it Men Who Don't Want to Work.
You see, guys, and this is another reason why I keep telling y'all, you have to be careful with the simps. Because you have even these simp pastors out here. They see what's going on with soft guy era, and they are furious. They don't like it one bit. Because these men are walking away from dating, they're walking away from relationships, and they're walking away from paying tithe. Because don't forget that the church is just another form of the state. Just like the state is taxing you, the church is taxing you. The difference with the church is that the church is optional, okay? If they could take the money directly from your paycheck, they would. Guys, there was a time in my life where I went to a religious university, and people at the religious university, they would take the 10% out of the paychecks of the people working at the university. They would just take the tithe right out of their paychecks, and they basically would let you know, if you have a problem with this, you can come and speak to us. That's how crazy it was. They would take it out. All right? So that's how the state works. That's how the church works. The church is just another form of the state. And now that the church doesn't see that men are walking away, it's furious. Men pay 80% of all taxes in Western society, and women make in the United States, and women make 80% of all consumer purchases. So if men are paying 80% of all taxes in society, then that means that they're also paying roughly 80% of all tithes to the church. So the church is losing all of this money because the men are walking away and saying, fuck this shit.
We now have 7 million men ages 25 to 54 not working or looking for work. 7 million. You can't build a civilization, a culture, a nation, an economy on men who are not activated and working and producing. What it means is you have far more consumers than producers. And then you have a whole generation of young men that are going to vote to increase the taxes on men who are working to reallocate wealth, which is stealing. And the result is at some point you run out of other people's money. That's why we now have record national debt, and now credit card debt in America has for the first time reached over $1 trillion. So men are not going to work or working. In addition, they are not generating income, but they're expecting the government to provide for them. And then they're taking out high interest rate credit cards to fund a lifestyle that they don't work for.
You see, guys, bills are due. You know, rent or mortgage for the church is due. Pastor does not have the money. Children are hungry. Okay? Car payments need to be made. Little bro is struggling out there. Little bro is struggling and furious with men because they don't want to step up and take care of their responsibilities anymore. Because if men are not working, then they're not paying taxes, and they sure as hell are not paying tithes. So y'all see that? Men are shutting this whole shit down. And all of these people are getting paranoid. All of these people are panicking that men are walking away. Guys, even Asmon Gold. I saw a video from Asmon Gold, and dude is panicking. Like, dude literally posted a video like, why is no one talking about this? Now even the biggest YouTubers are starting to like say, holy shit, men really are not working. Yeah, men are walking away.
Why men are leaving the workforce? We're becoming Sigma crypto bros? You think that's it? So men are no longer working anymore? I mean, based, right? I mean, shit.
Men have been steadily dropping out of the workforce, especially men aged 25 to 54, who are often considered to be in their prime working years.
That's right.
As of August 2024, 13.7% of prime age men were not working, compared to just 7.2% in 1954.
Yeah.
The long-term
that is a huge increase. That's basically it doubled.
Decline in labor force participation by so-called prime age men is a tremendous worry for our society, for our economy, and probably also for our political system.
When did they invent video games?
Prime age workers who could be working and aren't, and that's this puzzling problem.
The unemployment rate for prime age working men sat at 3.4% in August 2024. Yeah. This number primarily includes those who are unemployed and looking for a job. But about 10.5% of men in their prime working years, or roughly 6.8 million men nationwide, are neither working nor looking for employment.
This is an important distinction, is that unemployment can be defined in multiple ways. So, like, you have some people that are unemployed because they work seasonally, some people that are unemployed because of an industry change, some people that are unemployed because they can't find a job, and then you also have people that are unemployed and also not looking for employment. So, whenever you see what these numbers are, you have to be very careful. This, though, is the number that you're looking for, is the not employed and not looking to be employed.
Compared to just 2.5% in 1954.
What's surprising is it's not a COVID phenomenon. It's not a recession phenomenon.
And for every prime age man who is unemployed and looking for a job, there are more than 3, and some years 4, who are neither working nor looking for work.
So what's driving men out of the workforce? And if left unchecked, what impact will it have on the U.S. economy?
So we already know what effect it will have on the US economy. It has a very negative effect on the US economy. And to make it very interesting, a lot of women are also beginning to leave the workforce as well. But they're mostly panicking over men right now because men are the backbone of the economy. Guys, you think these men are going to go fight in a war? You think that these men are going to go and stand up against anything? The state has basically made it very clear that it does not like men, that men are being punished and persecuted for everything. The state has gone too far. We are in the demoralization process. The interesting thing about all of this is that, you know, you won't have a country anymore, or if the state is like, well, now we're going to mobilize men. It's a joke, because guys, I saw a video. I've talked about this already. I've show you the video where you literally have the Pentagon saying that they need a draft right now because the U.S. military is about to crack. The U.S. military is about to crack. What was it? 50 years ago, we had almost 2 billion people serving were a part of the draft. So we had, not the draft, the reserve. So we had a military reserve of almost 2 million people 50 years ago. 50 years later, we have less than 200,000. And then you have idiots who are saying in the comments, like in these videos, I just blocked them. Oh, we do not need a military. We do not need boots on the ground. We have artificial intelligence and drones that will protect us, okay? And these other countries like China, they have their own problems. They can't stand up to us. They can't stand up to us, and they don't have the money to fight. Like, guys, these are simps. These are simps, and they're literally like just huffing and puffing so much copium. And I'll tell you all right now, okay? I will be very, very clear with you right now. A lot of y'all want to be disrespectful, and you don't want to show proper respect. Let me just make this clear. The word sama is formal Japanese honorific. It is used to address guests, visitors, customers, okay, or show respect. It is also used to refer to people of higher rank or someone you admire. Okay? That's it. That's how the word sama is used. So if you think that you cannot show me proper respect, especially if you've been disrespectful to me, then I'll just block you. I will just block you. I don't want to hear from you. Okay? I really don't want to hear from you. You can call me senpai or you can call me sama. I prefer sama. I really prefer sama. Okay? And don't get me wrong. It's listen. That's really reserved for people who want to be disrespectful, or someone who will straight up tell me that they will not call me sama because that's only reserved for God. I'm not telling you to call me God. And they understand what the word means. They understand that it's about respect. They're like, me speaking to you is a sign of respect. You speaking to me is a sign of respect? Blocked. That's just like the same women who say they will not kneel to any man. They will not kneel to any man but God. However, they expect men to kneel before them when they propose. Oh, that's different. Oh, really? A woman is okay with a man kneeling at any point in his life before them. Literally saying that they want a man to do that because God tells men to basically sacrifice for their wives. And they would even frame it as submit to their wives. What kind of madness is this?
And that's what we saw when we visited Electrosoft, a company outside Philadelphia that makes circuit boards for everything from missiles to submarines.
So over there is the quality area where we do first piece article testing, final testing.
But CEO Carla Trotman says they could be doing more if only she had the workers to do it.
How many people work here right now?
30.
How many people do you wish worked here right now?
45.
So you got 15 people that you have jobs for,
yes,
but you can't find them.
Cannot.
How much money in lost business is there in not being able to hire the people that you want?
Around $5 million in top line revenue.
$5 million?
Yeah.
That would be here and that presumably you'd be paying taxes on.
Obviously,
and that would go into people's pockets and would be going out into the broader economy.
Yeah.
What is your theory about where those 15 people are right now?
I honestly have no idea where they are.
She suspects some people may be sitting out because of a recent change in the way many of us look at work.
I think it's fulfillment. I think it's culture. I think people really want to feel as though they are appreciated. I mean, Beyonce's song, she said, release your job. A lot of people release their jobs. They don't, and they realize, I mean, it's an overall feeling of being fed up.
So you may wonder, what are these guys doing instead of work? Well, kind of what you might expect. Spending nearly 7 hours each weekday on average relaxing, playing games, and watching TV.
But like Carla Trotman, the woman in Philadelphia who runs the circuit board manufacturing facility, she'll train you herself. If you're in the Philadelphia area, they're looking for 15 people there. It pays well. It's a nice, clean, quiet place to work. So go there. By the way, some people think, oh, maybe these guys are doing more stay-at-home dadding. That's an optimistic point of view. I looked at the numbers. Shauna Thomas, our executive producer, brought this up. In fact, these guys who are not working and not looking for work are spending less time caring for other household members than the guys who are at work. So they're doing less childcare, not even a little bit more.
I don't know, but an able-bodied man who can work and doesn't, it's not attractive. I'm just going to say, not attractive.
And on that note,
okay. I'm just saying for a friend.
You see, guys, and just like that, everything comes back to Kitty. What do women do? They run right back to saying that, well, you know, if you don't give us what we want, then, you know, we're not going to want to give you any kitty. If you don't have money for us, if you're not going to be out there doing these jobs, we're not going to give you any kitty. They don't realize that these men are at home playing video games, living their best lives, and they're not interested in kitty. If they want kitty, they will go and pay a professional. They will fly over to Tijuana, and there's an alley in Tijuana. Some of y'all know what the alley is. I've talked about it. And they'll go to that alley in Tijuana and spend $30 and get some kitty. It's a hard realization for a lot of women to really understand that they're not that valuable. That men have alternatives. That's MWA, men walking away from jobs, men walking away from environments, men walking away from people who are not good for them. Okay? It is men with options. And that's something that women did not comprehend. They thought that men were powerless and had no options. Basically, men had to bow down to them. When you have platforms like OnlyFools and LonelyFans, they, you know, constantly bombarding men with kitty and Instagram, where you have all of these feeds, you know, of women who are trying to get you onto their OnlyFools or trying to get Sims to submit to them. Men have woken up. They're realizing that this stuff is garbage. Look at the stupid articles that they're putting out now, saying that men who don't watch adult content are more likely to be dangerous to women and not support women's empowerment. What does that tell you? It tells you that they know that this stuff is destroying men. Saying that men and boys should be watching this type of garbage, should be watching adult content. All right, and if you're not watching it, then you're dangerous, because they know that this stuff makes men lazy. It makes men stupid, lethargic. It makes men not want to try. And it makes men docile so that these people can continue doing the garbage that they want to. It also makes men poor because it's allowing women to continue extracting wealth and resources from these men. And what are these women doing? Basically, they extract wealth and resources from these men using these platforms, and then a lot of that money is then being reallocated to the state. But don't forget that right now, that platform is going to end up being shut down. OnlyFools is going to be shut down. The adult industry as a whole is going to remain active, but OnlyFools is going to get shut down specifically because of all the stuff on there involving people who are not of age. It's really serious. Congress called for it to be shut down back in like 2022. And the DOJ has been investigating it for years. The IRS has already sent subpoenas. This is like a year ago to the top earners on OnlyFools. And when there was actually the IRS criminal division. So if a grand jury is involved, that means that the Department of Justice is involved. It's crazy. So they're going for this platform. They're going to shut that shit down. But it's just like looking at the reality of things. You realize that we're dealing with a society that hates us, and now they're like, oh, our slaves are leaving, so we're gonna shame them back to the plantation. It won't work. And the more they punish men, the less men will participate. Okay? I've said this before that you can never work a man harder than he will work himself.
The men are slacking. Like, we truly need like men content. All the men want to do is get on TikTok or Instagram and lick their lips. We don't need that. Teach us how to change a tire. Teach me how to change my oil. How do I check my tire pressure? How do I build a home? How do I prepare to go to war? Because all this extra content y'all are making, it's not it. We don't need that. We get it. You're cute. You look good, but show me you look good while you're chopping some firewood. Women are out here making mom content, cooking content. What are y'all doing? Standing shirtless in front of a ring light. Pointless. Useless. Do something good for the world. Please, teach me something.
Do you see this shit? So they immediately go right back to shaming language. Oh, a guy who can teach me how to change a tire. A guy who could do this, teach me how to change my oil. Basically, what they realize is dudes are not going to change their oil from them anymore. She doesn't want to learn how to change her oil. She wants men who will go and change her oil for her. Men who will go and have her car fixed for her. Men who will detail the car for her, have it detailed for her. Men who will continue to pay her bills, okay? Because these women have been living off men forever. And now that shit is coming to an end. Men are basically saying, we're going to keep all our toys to ourselves. We're going to provide for ourselves. We are not going to deal with you. We're not going to put up with shit. We're not going to put up with any of your nonsense anymore. And it is freaking women the hell out. And how are they going to respond? By shaming us, by attacking us, by saying soft guy era gives them the icks. That's the reason why men are going MWA. That's the reason why men are choosing soft guy era. Okay? Women are pushing men to MWA, pushing men to becoming passport kings, pushing men to MGTOW, pushing men to soft guy era. The more that they attack men, the more they only confirm to these men that they are 100% right. That they are 100% right. And the wonderful thing about it is women have no recourse. These women, there is a seed inside of them. Every little girl is born with it. All right? It is a seed of hatred and resentment towards men. And in other countries, the seed is not nurtured. But in Western society, the seed is given sunlight, it is given water, it is allowed to grow. So it spreads throughout their bodies, it spreads throughout their arms, their legs, their eyes, their brain. It is in every part of them by the time they are adults. Hell, by the time they're in their teens, or even into these days, by the time like they're even 10 years old, it's already there, and you cannot get rid of it. So there's no way they can change. And basically, they can try to pretend like, oh, we're going into our soft girl era, where they try to act like, they're, wearing pastel colors, and they're going to find a guy who's going to give them a life of luxury and comfort after being in their masculine, these are masculines, and after living in their masculine era for decades, now they want to go into soft girl era because, things, everything is expensive, inflation is hurting hard. Get the hell out of here. Men see through the games, and men see through the bullshit, and they're not going to fall for it.
Let's break down the soft guy era from a career corporate standpoint, okay? Bear with me. Majority of people will live a very mundane life. That means average. That means not high earning. Where are y'all finding people that are paying 100% of y'all bills? I'm waiting. We were put on this planet to coexist and help each other. Inflation is beating everyone's ass. A lot of people don't make over $60,000. Where are you finding men to pay for everything and also give you an allowance? One of the reasons why the internet is a very unserious place, because a couple years ago, women were begging men to get more into their feelings and get more emotional. Now, men are realizing their worth, and women don't like that. A lot of people say that men need to go to therapy. I've been. I don't think a lot of people have been to therapy, because if you went to a therapist and said, hey, I want a 6-foot-plus man that makes $150,000, that is in touch with his emotions, and he pays everything and funds my lifestyle, what do you think that therapist will tell you? Every woman wants a very high earner, but How many men out there make a quarter ticket? That's $250,000 a year. Do you know how hard it is to get to that point? Something my dad told me, he said, as a man, no one is coming to save you. If you don't generate some sort of life for you, some sort of success, no one is coming to save you. As a pretty woman, you can just be that and get chosen. But as a man, if you are establishing yourself into this world, all you want is reciprocation back. That's all that is. Is it crazy to say that the man that you love, your partner in this life, that you can't help him out? You can't take him out? You can't help him with a bill? I don't know. Maybe I sound crazy, but that's the career corporate talk for you.
After careful deliberation, I have decided that I officially too will join the soft guy era. You don't get all this handsome dark chocolate for free anymore. I'm handsome, I'm educated, I'm tall, I'm athletic. You don't get all this for free anymore. Unless you're going to pay my bills, buy me a car, take me out to eat, and buy me gifts on the regular, don't even breathe in my direction. I am done tolerating the bare minimum. You can either treat me like a king, or you can get out of here.
Men are becoming baddies now. Men are becoming baddies now. These men are not tolerating shit. All right? These are the new baddies. These are the new baddies. All right? Ladies, if you want one of these baddies, you need to step your game up. All right? You need to get your money up. Okay? Because these men don't want no broke bitch. They don't want no broke bitch. Nope, 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 nope. They want women who can spoil them, take them out, treat them, like the kings that they are. They're not putting up with this whole McDonald's money bullshit. All right. If you want a high value man, you best better be able to pay for him. Best better be able to afford him. And if you come with shaming language, he's just gonna say on to the next one, on to the next one. It's as simple as that. Also, guys, while we're at it, I just want to remind you that in today's challenging world, knowing how to thrive without spending a dime can make all the difference. That's why I created the Buy Nothing and Thrive course. This 12-lesson crash course teaches you how to secure cash, money, food, housing, healthcare, and more, all without spending a dime for any of it. Imagine having a trusted advisor showing you how to leverage available resources to stabilize your finances and grow your wealth. Join me and learn step-by-step strategies to maximize what's available to you and enhance your financial stability. Click the link in the description to sign up now.
What are you noticing with young men in the labor market?
Well, interestingly, there's been a general drop in labor force participation, about 8 percentage points in recent decades for men. Actually, the biggest drop has been among 25 to 34-year-olds in the last 2 or 3 decades, from different bases, it's important to say. But the changes, and here I'm referring to work by Catherine Abraham and Melissa Carney, who are Maryland economists who've done a very good work on trends in what's the jargon is EPOP. The employment to population ratio, which is just a very good stable measure of just like how many of these people are there and how many are in employment. And so it's blind to why you're not in employment. It's just what's the EPOP. And there they do see that younger men have seen this decline. It's actually leveled out for women too, labor force participation. But the big story here is a class story. I mean, men with college degrees or decent levels of education or who get into a decent profession, they're doing pretty well. Their employment rates are still pretty good. They haven't declined anything like as much. It's men with lower levels of education or from poorer backgrounds that you're seeing cratering. So of men with a high school degree, a third of them are out of the labor market. That's about 10 million men. So 1 in 3 chance of not being in the labor market if you've only got a high school diploma. So these are huge numbers for all kinds of different reasons. Lots on disability. Obviously, there's the opioid crisis. A huge number of them do take pain meds. So it's a whole thing in terms of understanding the causes, but it's working class men. And then black men, of course, disproportionate risk of incarceration. They do face discrimination in the labor market, so their labor force participation rates are lower. And in fact, among black Americans, there are slightly more women in the labor force than men.
Do you hear how racist this shit is? Like, seriously, do you hear how absolutely racist this shit is, what this man just said? So he said that the reason why black men are not working is because they're in prison and they're not as educated as black women. Keep in mind that under the last presidential administration, we had the lowest black unemployment rate in history. In history. And now we have one of the highest. Fast forward just 4 years later. Like, guys, these people are so insane. These are simps. These are simps, all right? These are slave catchers. And they want their slaves back. But they don't want to actually admit what the actual problem is. The fact that men have walked away. A man without love for country or family will fight for neither, and he will work for neither. All right? He will work just enough to survive and thrive and no more. They're all dancing around the issues. The fact that modern women are treating men like shit. Society treats men like shit. Men don't want to work for a society that hates them. Men do not want to work to support people that hate them. So they are choosing from their best, their very best alternatives. And what are their very best alternatives? To walk the fuck away and go live their best lives. Stay home, play video games, listen to music, stay in bed, trade crypto. You know? Men don't need much to survive. The average man can live happily in a shoebox at the side of the road. A gaming PC is a one-time purchase. A PlayStation 5 is a one-time purchase. These are all one-time purchases. When a man does not have a relationship, when a man does not have a woman, you know, his how does the song go? His money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. All right. There was this dude. I posted that in my comments, and one dude said that, you know, in his case, his money doesn't fold anymore because it's stacked so high. I also want to remind you guys to go and check out the Angry Guy Clubhouse. Check out the Angry Guy Clubhouse on Substacks. Dive into exclusive podcasts, manosphere topics, and more. Plus, get access to our passive income blueprint, exclusive videos, and guides on building wealth and thriving. We also have a chat where you can reach me directly. Don't miss out. Click the link in the description to subscribe now and get your free passive income blueprint. I just want to shout out the 1 hour gang, 1 hour gang, 1 hour gang, 1 hour gang. You guys made it to 1 hour. Shout out to the 1 hour gang. What do you guys think regarding all of this? Society is panicking as men choose video games over jobs. Let me know your thoughts and we'll talk about it in the comments, because where this is ultimately leading is you're going to have a lot of women who are going to be childless and single. They're going to be homeless. They're going to be hungry. They're going to be living in the streets. They're going to be living in their cars. They're going to be living in the woods. And so everyone is going to say, the world is going to say, how did women in Western society and Westernized societies like the United States, China, Australia, the United Kingdom, how did women in these societies end up in such heavy states of poverty and destitution? All right? Guys, so many of the things I've said have come to pass. I told you we're heading for the great kitty collapse. Okay? The collapse of all right, the golden V. The golden V is about to be dealt with by God, just like we had the golden calf and we know how that worked out. The golden V is about to be dealt with by God. Okay? What do you guys think regarding all of this? That these men are walking away from their jobs to play PlayStation and not with Kitty. They're over Kitty. All right? If they want Kitty, they'll go overseas and get Kitty. But they're done with Kitty in Western society. Let me know your thoughts. We'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA Men walking away. And cheers.